In the darkest part of winter, when people need their spirits lifted the most, Santa got ready to go. These are lines from the children's book, How Santa Got His Job by Stephen Krinsky. It is my privilege to read this book to elementary students around Richland Northeast District 2. They are such good listeners and such eager learners. Spend some time in your child's school. It will energize and amaze you. Hello, I'm Kay Barlow with the Midlands Education and Business Alliance. It is my privilege to work with the students, staff, parents, and community of Richland School District 2. Is it possible that first semester of school will soon be over? I've enjoyed seeing firsthand many of the activities going on in the district. I was invited to bring my Midlands Dropout Prevention Committee to observe the project-based learning program at Richland Northeast High School. The Dropout Prevention Committee is made up of leaders from business education and community interested in preventing our students from dropping out of school. Wow, I was so impressed with what I saw. Students were thinking, discussing, creating, and learning. Everyone was on task, and I was impressed with that teamwork approach. Sounds a lot like the activities we use after graduation and in the real world, doesn't it? I spent time at Westwood High School the other day making plans for student activities and programs that won't start till April. Who was there? Just teachers? No. Ingenuity, Midlands Tech, Clemson University, FN Manufacturing, many educators, nonprofits were there, and state and government leaders. And district leadership was there. We're all in this together. I am delighted to be part of this community, a community focused on helping with each student of Richland School District 2, helping them get the best education possible. I've enjoyed watching the third grade students at Lonnie B. Nelson benefit from their team teaching approach. It is a team teaching triad where students, they rotate classes for different courses. Students benefit from different teaching styles and from concentrated expertise in each subject. Hats off to these students and to teachers Sharp, Barlow, and Lester. There are so many innovative and exciting things happening in this district. The district is joyful. That is the word I would use, joyful. Parents and students, Richland School District 2 is working so hard for your student. They are relentless in their pursuit of excellence. With the arrival of December, our thoughts turn toward chilly weather, the approaching holidays, and thoughts of family and friends. It is at this time of the year I think of the memories and the stories of my family and of my friends. It is a natural time to reminisce, but also a time to revel in the opportunities ahead. It is a time of belonging. I've given some thought these past few weeks about the great influence the family has on a student's education and on life choices. Is there emphasis in your home on the importance of education? Is there encouragement toward excellence? Is there a plan for educational success in place? Are we helping our children recognize that special talent that they got from an aunt or that outstanding skill that their grandfather taught them? I have thought not only of the influence of the parents, but the influence of grandparents, of aunts and uncles on the students in your families. What kind of influence have the people that have gone before us had on our lives and attitudes today? We are part of a great procession of people, our people that have gone before us. Our families have not only given us our hair color, they've given us our history. Statistics tell us that a sense of belonging is a wonderful asset for a student. Tell your stories. They are wonderful examples of hard work and sometimes hard times. And they create a life chain of memories of your family. They let your student know the importance of his or her part in this life chain. I grew up with stories of hard work, perseverance, overcoming obstacles of poverty, loneliness, and isolation. I loved the stories of celebration and of success. Many years ago, two brothers left Ireland. There was no food and no opportunity there. They had heard stories of this wonderful country, America. They came through the Wilderness Trail. They joined other hard scramble farmers in the upstate. And what did they become? Teachers, policemen, farmers, missionaries and ministers. I reveled in stories of my parents, stories of the Depression, stories of World War II, and stories of the great optimism of the 1950s. These stories framed my life. These stories taught me American history, and they encouraged me to set goals, to work hard, and to seek excellence. I encourage you to talk to your children. What are your stories? What are the stories of your cousins, your parents, and your friends? These life lessons will build character, memories, and a sense of direction for your children. They will provide that framework and a foundation for your student. They will create a sense of belonging. My young adult children love to hear the stories of my personal family, the struggles to get an education, the struggles of a young married couple, stories of an inexperienced young officer in Vietnam, stories of corporate leaders and corporate demands. These stories taught my children that life is rarely easy, but it's always worth the struggle. They learn to persevere, that not having it all is just not a bad thing, that success takes time. It takes hard work, and to face the fear of the unknown. This holiday, teach your children to be brave and to be bold like you have been. Tell them your dreams and your disappointments. Tell them about your youth, your teenage years, your successes, and most of all, I want you to tell them about your failures. If we are wise, we learn a lot from our failures. Teach them that it's not so important how you start, but how you finish. It is so important that your child knows of your sacrifices, your successes. It's important that they appreciate you and who you are and what you stand for. Don't you think you should be appreciated by your children? I certainly do. Let your children know that they're gifts to you. Let them know that they bring joy to your hearts. Teach them that they have the gifts of freedom, the gifts of opportunity for an education, and the greatest gift of people who love them and care about them. As we give to others and we gather around a tree, we sing in a choir, or we hear those jubilant sounds of the holidays, however we celebrate the season, let us be thankful. Let us remember family and friends as we enjoy this season of celebration. Let us live a lifetime of thanksgiving and celebration for all those gifts of sacrifice, wisdom, and love that we have been given. Let our children take their place in that life chain of their families and to be thankful. I want to thank you for your time, for allowing me to be part of the Richland School District 2 family. I appreciate that. In closing, I will quote the wonderful author Haley, who wrote Roots, and he said, in every conceivable way, the family is our link to the past, and it is the bridge to our future. I wish you all happy holidays.